We are back with another episode where I just talk about things that have been happening in tech, gaming, and anything nerd related, and try to present it to you in as simple as possible terms. Because sometimes, you don't want to sit through a whole scientific or computer engineering class just to figure out what the hell is going on and how this could impact you, and so on and so forth. Anyways, before we begin, I want to just take a moment and appreciate everybody that's been listening, tuning into the pod, and, sharing it, liking it, subscribing it, and all that fun jazz. So again, thank you very much. Share the podcast with your family member. Share it with your grandmother. Maybe she'll bake me some cookies or something. To start off this podcast, I just want you to take a moment. Imagine you're playing a video game. You're having fun, you're chilling, and suddenly, just out of nowhere, a new player just joined your lobby, and they're not only matching you in your skills, but they're surpassing even the top players of this game. And you're playing this game on the most high-end PC system, anything. You spent thousands and thousands of dollars upgrading your rig, making this the most amazing, powerful machine ever. And this new player is beating you at this game just using a Nintendo Switch. That is essentially what's happening in the AI arena with DeepSeek. Now, DeepSeek is a Chinese artificial intelligence company that was founded back in 2023 by Liang Wenfeng. I'm probably butchering the name, but it was it was founded in 2023 by this dude, who's a former hedge fund manager with a knack for AI. And they're based in Hangzhou. I'm not even gonna pronounce the actual place. Like, is Hangzhou Zhejiang? I apologize. I'm butchering it tremendously. But DeepSeek focuses on developing open source large language models. Think of them as advanced chatbots that understand and generate human-like text. Now, you might be wondering, what makes DeepSeek stand out in the crowded field of AI? And that's a very great question. The answer of this lies in their latest creation, the DeepSeek R1 model. This model has been turning heads because it delivers performance comparable to leading AI models like OpenAI's GPT-4. But here's the kicker. It was developed at a fraction of the cost. To put in perspective, training a model like GPT-4 reportedly cost OpenAI around $100 million. DeepSeek, on the other hand, they managed to train the R1 model for just about $6 million. That's like producing a blockbuster movie on an indie film budget and still winning the Grammys. Or not the Grammys, but Oscar, the biggest film. As you can tell, I don't watch none of these like award shows. But yeah, I know the Oscars. I know that's one thing that they give to Oscars. Whatever the award show is that nominates movies for the film festival awards, whatever it is, you know what I mean. So, how did DeepSeek pull this off? The secret sauce is in their efficient use of resources. While many AI models require massive computing power, DeepSeek optimized their training process to use significantly less power. They employed innovative technologies, or they employed innovative techniques that allow them to achieve high performance without the need for top-tier hardware. It's like they found a way to run a high-end PC game smoothly on a mid-range laptop. But it's not just about cost and efficiency. DeepSeek's R1 model has demonstrated impressive capabilities in understanding and generating human-like text, solving complex problems, and even writing code. It's like having a Swiss Army knife of AI tools at your disposal. Now, to talk about some of the impact that DeepSeek has had, DeepSeek's emergence has sent ripples through the tech industry. Major players like Nvidia, who's known for their advanced AI chips, have seen significant market value drops. Over $500 billion, to be exact. Investors are concerned that DeepSeek's efficient models could reduce the demand for high-end chips. It's as if a new car company started producing vehicles that are just as good as, as some of the luxury high-end models, but far more fuel efficient, and it's causing traditional car manufacturers to rethink their strategies. Moreover, DeepSeek's success challenges the notion that only tech giants with deep pockets can lead in the AI development. They've shown that with innovative approaches, significant advancements are possible without breaking the bank. It's a classic underdog story. David taking on Goliath in tech world. However, it's not all sunshine and rainbows. There are concerns about the broader implications of DeepSeek's rise. For one, it highlights China's growing capabilities in AI, despite export controls and sanctions aimed at limiting access to advanced technology. This development has geopolitical implications, as it showcases the rapid innovation happening outside the traditional tech hubs. Additionally, while DeepSeek's open source approach is commendable for promoting transparency and collaboration, it also raises questions about security and control. Open source models can be accessed and modified by anyone, which is a double-edged sword. On one hand, it fosters innovation. On the other, it could lead to misuse or unintended consequences. It's like handing out the blueprints to a powerful tool. Most will use it responsibly, but some might not. So DeepSeek represents a significant development in the AI landscape. They've demonstrated that with ingenuity and efficient resource use, it's possible to achieve remarkable results without the need for massive investments. As they continue to evolve, it will be interesting to see how the rest of the tech world responds. Will they adapt, collaborate, and listen? ICE is back with a brand new edition. Anyways, I'm getting sidetracked. But anyways, only time is going to tell what the effects of this is going to have. There's already been a lot of news that are covering this, but this is just a general brief overview of the pros and cons. Continuing on in the world of AI and AI security, let's turn our attention to a recent development happening or involving Meta's Llama large language model, or the Llama LLM, which is, in my opinion, a dumb name for an AI model, but it is what it is. I'm not the one making multiple millions of dollars. I'm just here telling you guys about this. Obviously, they can do what they want because they got the money. But researchers, they've identified a vulnerability that could potentially allow hackers to execute arbitrary code on servers that utilize this model. This means that without proper safeguards, malicious actors might exploit this flaw to breach systems and spread malware. The root of this issue lies in the use of a programming method called Pickle for socket communication within the Llama stack component. Think of Pickle as a way to package data for transmission between parts of a program. However, if not handled correctly, it can be like sending a sealed box without knowing what's inside, potentially opening the door for unwanted surprises. In this case, it could allow attackers to send malicious data that, when unpacked, executes harmful commands on the server. Upon discovering this vulnerability, though, Meta acted promptly. They replaced the Pickle method with a more secure alternative known as JSON for the socket communication. JSON is like a transparent wrapper, making it easier to see and manage the data being transmitted, thereby reducing the risk of malicious code to be executed on the servers. So this change was implemented in October of 2024, addressing the security concerns. But this is something that popped up for me, and I was just kind of curious about it. The incident underscores the importance of rigorous security practices in AI development. As AI models become more integrated into various applications, ensuring their components are secure is crucial to prevent potential exploitation. It's a reminder that, much like in software development, Attention to detail in AI can make the difference between a secure system and a vulnerable one. So as we continue to explore the ever-evolving landscape of AI and security, it's essential to stay informed about these developments. Understanding the intricacies of how AI models operate and the potential vulnerabilities they may harbor can help us better prepare and protect our systems. And speaking of cybersecurity and protecting our systems, so let's shift our focus to a recent incident that involves Crunchyroll. For those that don't know, Crunchyroll is a popular anime streaming service. On January 23rd of 2025, this year, in the last couple days, weeks, an anonymous user on X, formerly known as Twitter, shared images that apparently contained the login credentials of numerous Crunchyroll premium subscribers. Some individuals claimed that these credentials were valid, raising concerns about a potential data breach. In response, a Crunchyroll spokesperson addressed the situation, stating, we are aware that login credentials for several streaming services, including Crunchyroll, were posted on social media and have resolved the issue. They further assured users that the affected accounts had been secured and emphasized that there was no evidence of a compromise within Crunchyroll's system. This incident highlights the critical importance of maintaining strong and unique passwords across all online platforms. Using the same password for multiple services can create a domino effect. If one account gets compromised, others become vulnerable. It's akin to having a master key that unlocks multiple doors. If someone gets a hold of it, they have access to everything. To safeguard your Crunchyroll account, it's really, really recommended to change your password regularly. You can do this by logging into your account, navigating to the account settings, and selecting the option to update your password. And you always got to make sure that your new password is strong. Ideally, a mix of letters, numbers, and special characters. And it's distinct from passwords used for other platforms. In cases like these, I highly recommend to use a password manager. I personally recommend to use Bitwarden. I've talked about Bitwarden in a previous episode. If you have not checked that out, I highly recommend it. But Bitwarden is a free password manager that can generate very, very strong passwords and store them for you. It also gives you the ability to autofill them into different things. Additionally, it's prudent to monitor your account for, any unauthorized activity. Signs of a compromised account may include unfamiliar viewing history, unrecognized devices connected to your account, or unexpected changes in your account setting. If you notice any of these red flags, you got to take immediate action by changing your password and contacting Crunchyroll's customer service account or customer service first. So this situation also serves as a reminder of the broader cybersecurity landscape. Even if a platform's systems remain uncompromised, user credentials can still be exposed through other means, such as phishing attacks or data breaches or on different services. Therefore, staying vigilant and practicing good password hygiene are essential steps in protecting your personal information online. So while Crunchyroll has addressed the recent exposure of user credentials and security affected accounts, it's a great reminder for all of us to, check our online security practices. Regularly updating passwords, using unique credentials for different services, and, just checking accounts for suspicious activity can go a long way in safeguarding our digital lives. So as we continue our journey through the ever-evolving landscape of artificial intelligence and cybersecurity, let's pivot to an exciting development that's generating quite a buzz in the tech community. Imagine, if you will, if our computers could think more like our brains. Efficient, adaptable, and incredibly powerful. That's not just the stuff of science fiction anymore. Researchers are making strides in creating brain-inspired chips that could revolutionize AI by significantly reducing its energy consumption. Currently, training advanced AI models demands vast amounts of energy, leading to concerns about environmental impact and sustainability. That's why, Microsoft was dumping an entire data server, a bunch of servers into the ocean off the coast of, I believe it was Ireland. I don't know. I talked about that in the previous episode. Again, check it out if you have not seen it yet. But with all of this concerns, enter neuromorphic computing. It's a field that designs hardware to emulate the brain's neural architecture. So it mimics how our brain processes information. These chips aim to perform complex computations more efficiently than traditional digital circuits. A prime example of this innovation is the new RAM chip. It's developed by an international team of researchers, and new RAM is not only twice as energy efficient as some of the current state-of-the-art chips, but it's also versatile. It's delivering results as accurate as its conventional, digital counterparts. This means we could have AI systems that are both powerful and eco-friendly. It's a win-win scenario. But how does neuromorphic magic works? Traditional computers process information in a linear, step-by-step manner, which can be, very energy intensive. In contrast, neuromorphic chips operate more like our brains, with neurons firing in parallel and only when needed. This event-driven approach allows for massive parallelism and efficiency, enabling the system to handle complex tasks with minimal energy consumption. The potential applications for these brain-inspired chips are vast, from enhancing smartphones and wearable devices to powering smart cities and advanced robotics. Neuromorphic computing could be the key to unlocking more sustainable and efficient AI solutions across various industries. It's like upgrading from a gas-guzzling car to a sleek electric vehicle. Both get you from point A to point B, but one does so with a lot less environmental impact. However, as with any emerging technologies, there are challenges to overcome. To achieve widespread adoption, neuromorphic systems need to better emulate the brain's selective pruning of neural connections, a process that optimizes both spatial efficiency and information retention. Additionally, fostering collaboration between academia and industry, along with developing user-friendly programming tools, will be crucial to make this technology accessible to a broader range of developers and researchers. Brain-inspired chips represent a promising frontier in the quest for more efficient and sustainable AI. By learning from the remarkable efficiency of the human brain, we can develop technologies that are not only advance our capabilities, but also respect our planet's resources. It's an exciting time to be in the world of AI, where the lines between biology and technology continue to blur. It's leading to innovations that were once the realm of science fiction. One of which of these cases is one of the episodes where I talked about this mechanical computer that was being developed out of a human brain. Like, they would legitimately take a human brain and turn parts of it, bioorganic computing, I think it was called. I'm drawing a blank on it. But it's essentially taking parts of a human brain or tissues of the human brain and turning it into computer components. It's a really cool thing. I'll try to link it in the description below, but I highly recommend checking it out. That's just some of the items that have been happening this week. The biggest thing that's been on everybody's mind lately is the DeepSeek stuff. And, that's still a developing topic. There's some new information that has been coming out. New information has been released at the time of this recording, but I didn't get the chance to put it into the script. It is what it is. At the time of this recording, it's already February 1st. February is not a huge month for gaming. There are some games being developed and some that are potentially going to be released. It's a bit of a slow month in that field or in that world. In terms of what's going to be released this month, or some of the things that I am personally looking forward to, One of them being is Civilization 7. You know, if you've never played some of the Sid Meier's Civ games, it's a sort of a real-time strategy game where you essentially developed a country from the ground up. It's if you played any of the Civilization or any of real-time strategy games, you'll know what I'm talking about. Otherwise, not much coming up for the month of February. There is the Like a Dragon series, the pirate version that's coming out. If you've never played the Like a Dragon series, the Yakuza series, if you will, I recommend it. It's a really cool game to check out. It's definitely not what you expect if you've never played a Yakuza game. My experience, very fun series. I highly recommend. Otherwise, there are some stuff that's coming out in later months. One of the games that I'm curious to check out, not entirely sure if I will be buying it day one myself, is Assassin's Creed Shadow. There has been some controversy, if you will, behind this game. It's been delayed several times over, and it's not really leaving fans with a lot of confidence in this game. In my opinion, some of the gameplay looks a little bit mid, but it is what it is. I'm just gonna wait until the game comes out and see how it plays. Who knows? I might just eat my words. If you can't tell already, I'm just going off, off script here. The script has already ended. This is just me talking about stuff now. Just because, again, I want to talk about gaming. There's not really a lot of stuff going on in the gaming world right now. Here's some of the stuff that's coming out later this year, or sometime this year. They have yet to be given a release date, but they're supposedly coming out this year. Some of the stuff that I'm looking forward to is Borderlands 4. I hope they do Borderlands 4 some justice. Borderlands 3, it was not my favorite. It was okay. The other game that I'm definitely looking forward to is the Capcom Fighting Collection 2. If you've played the first one, it's, again, your standard Capcom fighters. I'm a huge fighting game fan. I love Street Fighter. I love some of the SNK stuff. From there, I'm definitely looking forward to Metal Gear Solid Delta. Metal Gear Solid Delta is the official remake of Metal Gear Solid 3, which, man, if you have not played Metal Gear Solid 3, I highly, highly recommend you play it somehow. I think believe it's on the Xbox store, the original 360 version. I have not checked the PlayStation store. I'm like 85% sure that it's on there. Regardless, definitely check it out, play the game, or just wait until Delta comes out. It's a very big remake of this game. The story for Metal Gear Solid 3 is by far one of my favorites out of the entire series, and I'm so looking forward to this game. Now, there's a little bit of skepticism in me just because Hideo Kojima is not working with Konami anymore, and Metal Gear Solid is kind of Kojima's baby, if you will. I know he wanted to step away from Metal Gear Solid, but Konami was like, "No, I need you back." But I have a little bit of hope. I have some hope regarding this game, and I'm just looking forward to revisiting a lot of the elements that made Metal Gear Solid 3 such a memorable game. With that, I'll call it there. I appreciate everybody for tuning in, sticking by, and tolerating my rambling at the end of the upcoming games that'll be released soon. Um, you know, Things have been getting interesting, crazy. So if you're listening, if you stuck this far, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you. And yeah, we'll be back. We'll be rocking the next week and the week after and the week after because we are trying to make this a goal. We're trying to be consistent. We're trying to maintain some sort of consistency. So thank you for everybody for tuning in. Thank you for sharing. Please like, subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.